Oh, hello YouTube. It is me, the Giant Rat, back from vacation, and I thought I would chime in and do a little walk and talk, just a small one. Just wanted to talk a little bit about how the vacation went, talk a little bit about where we went and what we did and what some of the content will look like based on those locations. So we left, and I can't even tell you what day we actually left. It all kind of boils down into one. But we left central Pennsylvania and we drove from the morning until the evening to Savannah, Georgia. Stayed overnight, got up in the morning, and we went around the riverfront in Savannah and did some things there. And there will be some content on the Giant Rat Americana coming up within the next couple of weeks. We left and then we drove to Titusville, Florida. Now in Titusville, some of you may be familiar with that name. Across the Indian River in Titusville is NASA, SpaceX. This is what is known in Florida as the Space Coast. And so, spent an overnight on the Space Coast. Not Space Ghost, Space Coast. It's a very, very active park today, so things will be broken up a little bit. So, Titusville, Florida, Space Coast. I went there with the intention of checking out what Titusville was like for reasons of my own, but I wanted to shoot a vlog about a community that was once there. It was basically done away with when NASA moved in. So there's another one for the Giant Rat Americana. From Titusville, next day we left. We went to visit a friend, and I went, visited and laid some petunias at Adam the Woo's grave in tribute to the man, and reflected a bit on how that guy really impacted my life. You know, content. Used to spend every day with that guy, watching his content. Didn't miss a day for many years. So that's why I thought it would be appropriate to visit his grave. Say hello, pay tribute. And I saw some people, if you're familiar with Adam, his family, the people around him, other content people, I saw some people that would be very familiar to you. And out of respect to them and their general privacy. And my own experience. That's all the further I will go with that. Not for any bad reason, just out of respect. I didn't go there to make content out of visiting Adam the Woo's grave, out of anyone that I saw there. That wasn't what it was about. After that, of course, we went to our Disney hotel and did a visit to Typhoon Lagoon. And I did not do any video of Typhoon Lagoon. Why is that? Well, it's a swim park with kids and adults that are half naked. I did some content last year. I did a video on Typhoon Lagoon last year. And after reflecting on that video, I thought, I'm not really comfortable having that video. I really had to chop it up because of, young people, young girls and in bikinis and things like that, and kids like interacting at the park and all those kinds of things. Nothing bad. I just, I don't feel comfortable showing people in bikinis on my channel. That's not what this is about. Particularly children, or at least like teenagers or anything like that. So I didn't film any content that day. The next day then, and there on out, we spent time at the parks for 4 days. And there will be some content coming from that. Some POV videos especially, but at least 2 videos that I made in the park, similar to the one that I premiered on Sunday this past week. More reflective, kind of vloggy type things, and just a more produced video than just a family vlog or going around the park type thing. It's not that I'm not going to do that in the future. I am, but I would probably prefer to do a more production type thing that I can take my time and really put something together that I enjoy and that I like, and gets the concept out there that I'm trying to get out. As far as when those videos will hit, I don't know what to tell you when. We'll see. So on this trip, I got at least like 2 or 3 Americana videos and 2 or 3 vlogs for Disney and a bunch of POV, including the Carousel Progress. I said goodbye to the Carousel Progress, not on the very last day. I didn't go that day, but I think a day or 2 before the very last day. And so that will be the POV video this week of Carousel Progress. That will be my last POV video of the carousel, at least that version of it, because it's going away and they're totally redoing the attraction. So anyways, it'll be so long to the, I guess, 93, 94, whatever it is, version of the attraction. The one that I probably spent more time in than almost any other attraction at Walt Disney World, just because there were never lines, the air conditioning, chance to rest and relax. I always went to that attraction on every trip. So it's sad to see it go, but I'm excited to see what's next. We'll see what comes about. So that was the trip, my friends. Tomorrow, here in central Pennsylvania, the day has finally arrived. Big Boy 4014, the Union Pacific Big Boy, will be arriving and coming through my town. This is the largest locomotive on the planet. It's actually spent the better part of June going into July here in Pennsylvania, which makes sense because Pennsylvania is like a massive rail mecca, with the Pennsylvania Railroad being one of the most famous railroads in history, and all the history of rail here. It only makes sense that the Big Boy spent some time here. This is probably where the majority of rail fans on the East Coast reside. I could be wrong with that. I don't know much about that stuff, but purely a guess, just knowing some of the people in the rail fan community. So I will be in Lewistown, my hometown, to cover the arrival and departure of Big Boy. And apart from that, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and go chase it. You have to take a shuttle from a location to even see it on its stop. It'll be tough to get on that shuttle back, get in my car, and start trying to chase the Big Boy. But we'll see. Tends to be late on its arrivals. Sometimes it tends to stay a little longer than what the plan calls for. That should be the first video on the Giant Rat Americana, hopefully premiering tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see. But either way, that's where it'll show up. And it may just be a video of the train coming in and coming out and talking a little bit about the train itself. Arriving in my hometown, talking a little bit about our historic train station that's currently under repair. I don't know, we'll see. But I hope that you swing on over there and check it out. Now, as far as the theme park videos, they'll continue. There'll be more. They're coming. They're coming. It was a very good trip to Central Florida. It was a very good trip to the Disney parks. In my opinion, one of the better crowd-wise trips, one of the better trips to get footage, but overall just, I think, one of the better family trips that I've taken there. And we had a really good time, at least I did, and I think the kids did too. Stayed, of all places, at All-Star Music Resort. That wasn't the original plan. The original plan was going to be a moderate. It was going to be Coronado. We decided to save a little money and stay at All-Star. And I'm glad we did. I really am. Saved us a lot of money. And the kids actually enjoyed the pool, and I think they enjoyed the pool better at All Star Resorts than they would have at Coronado. And they made little friends, and they kind of found their tribe there, and it was just a good overall hotel stay for us there. Stopped at Buc-ee's a couple times. Stopped at the newer Buc-ee's in Virginia, smaller than I expected, but we stopped there on the 4th of July. I'll put some of that footage in right here. And as you can see, it was pretty busy, pretty loud, just a crazy environment. Like I said, a smaller Buc-ee's, so everyone's kind of squished in there. That was like right in the middle of the store. And so things were loud. It was busier than it looks, to be honest with you. But again, it was a great trip. I'm back home. Not planning on going on any more trips for a while. Might do a little thing in August. Not a big trip, but maybe a history trip. Maybe a theme park in there somewhere, a more local theme park in there somewhere. But that should be my last trip for the summer. I just wanted to check in, say I'm back, and talk a little bit about the trip, and give an update. That'll do it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I hope your summer is going great. I hope you have your own adventures that you are embarking on. There will be many more adventures in the future. Next year, already planning a really big adventure. That will be fun. All right. Dreams, Grass, Churros. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure to see that great, big, beautiful POV. Not tomorrow, but on Thursday. All right. We'll see you then.